Different type of clickbait today, Marcus.
Yeah. I don't see any cleavage. Normally there's cleavage. Where's the cleavage, Manny?
Well, they tried to send him to rehab, and he said,
Oh,
"No, no,
oh,
no."
oh
So,
no!
so Marcus, so WWE decided to say, "Time to say
Say
goodbye." Italian words, Italian words, Italian words.
It sounds like you're saying
Time to
Natalia
say
words.
goodbye.
Ah, damn it, Jeff. Damn it. We didn't talk about this on the show, but Jeff Hardy was sent home. I don't know if we talked about this on our Tuesday show, but he was sent home, and now it has come to this release, and that, according to Sean Ross Sapp, Jeff Hardy has been released because he didn't want to go to rehab. And that is pure addiction talking. I hope someone gets him the help he needs. Damn it, Jeff. But as the AEW fanboy jump in, AEW, AEW, AEW. The Hardy Boys are back. Woo! Fools.
I mean,
Fools.
he looked too happy in that picture where I've slapped released across him.
Yeah, he's living in a moment right there. I'm glad. I hope he gets better, man. It's Jeff Hardy, probably the most loved wrestler of all time.
Marcus, do you think he saw the writing on the wall?
Oh, damn it, Manny! Damn it! Jesus.
Because the original thumbnail before I found out that Jeff Hardy was released was this.
Ooh. Waller? Wow, I was expecting Toxic Attraction to show up or something.
What do you mean, like this?
Ah, there we go. There's the typical Manny and Marcus show. The TNA edition.
This.
Hey, look, there's even smoke in this one. You know, I forgot they were tag team champions, by the way.
But do you want? I threw an AEW one in it for a change.
Okay, let's see
what do you think it is?
Aleister Black spitting on what?
Correct. It made me laugh so much.
It's fizzled out. It fizzled out. Oh my god. Why does it look like in this picture that Julia Hart and Brian Pillman Jr. are both wearing booty shorts?
Because they are. Because they are.
Why did he do it? Why?
They 100% are.
Why do I cover wrestling? Why can't I cover something, profound? Why can't I do political studies, or why can't I cover the NBA? Or the NFL?
I mean, you could.
Why
do that.
pro wrestling? Why pro wrestling?
You could do that, but what is the fun in everything? Where's the fun in that?
Yeah, no one spits in people's face. Or black mist in people's face randomly as they're doing their post-game interview.
We'll be back right after this.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe. Ow, ow, ow!
Hey!
Oh!
Check out the Marcus and Manny show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
Yeah!
Chill out, LeBron! Chill out!
Welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I, of course, Lord Manny Hayes, and he is
Marcus, the grand finale, and I wonder why there's so many disrespectful people around here.
I was hoping you were gonna go with my name is LaMarcus.
When he brought out the LeBron breaker, I died laughing. I thought that was hilarious. Because I wouldn't mind if he went by LeBron breaker.
I mean, it works. It works more. It's more funnier.
Yeah, it's funny because there's no reason that dude should be LeBron. There's like one LeBron in this whole planet. I mean, 20 years ago, I'm sure there was one LeBron on this whole planet.
We can't call him LeBron Breaker as he is a white man because Vince will black him up and put blackface on him at some point. So we cannot do that.
Or he may change Big E to LeBron Breaker or something. Vince, racism. We don't want Vince to go down the path of naming wrestlers after NBA players because then, we got Austin Rivers Theory or something like that. Just all the names. All the NBA
names.
Irving. He already has a Carmelo, so we're just going to start naming people after NBA player.
So we've already mentioned at the top, WWE have released Jeff Hardy. No real reason as to why yet, other than, as we've mentioned, rehab was offered to him and he's denied it. So
alleged.
We hope.
Oh, this is alleged.
Yeah, but it's come from Sean Ross Sapp, who is a bit. When you go for reliability, he's ahead of Dave. Big Dave Meltzer. He's ahead of Dave.
Dave is at the bottom of me. I got more information than Dave. Or most of these wrestling dirt sheets have more information. I quote them, but they're a waste of time. Like, a lot of wrestling dirt sheets are... This is the stories you'll read a week. Vince Russo has hot take on WWE. He has a podcast. Eric Bischoff says this about AEW. He has a podcast. They're talking. These aren't hot takes. It's not like they're doing shoot. Oh my God. Ric Flair shooting on WWE. He has a podcast. It's just people talking.
So the story on Cultaholic just before we came on, it said Johnny Gargano and Kyle O'Reilly think about going to AEW. No shit.
Shit.
Like, if I just got released, of course it's up in the air. Or if I'm just leaving a company, of course it's up in the air. Where can I go? AEW. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Manny, sources close to me tell me that you thought about doing another podcast for money. We've all thought about making money. Oh my God, dirt sheets are terrible. And my favorite one of the week, Nick Khan, the successor of WWE. According to Dave Messer, is the front runner. How do you know that?
You can't be claiming news stories based on thoughts and opinions.
This news story. Oh man, and then all the wrestling community reacts. Oh man, I can't believe they're gonna go Nick Khan. Why not Shane and Stephanie? Vince McMahon is the only person making that decision. There is no way he's gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna make Nick Khan my successor. What? I'm gonna go to Dave Meltzer and tell him this. No, only person that knows that is Vince McMahon.
It goes back to that very old Dave Chappelle joke where he started doing Ja Rule jokes, and then it was when MTV decided to call Ja Rule in the events of 9/11. Let me hear what Ja Rule says. What? Let me hear from Ja.
Yeah. What does Ja think about this? Baby.
Murder.
That's his first response. And it's like, nobody wanted that.
So
what I doing up my baby? It's like, what?
We can't do the whole show being like Ja Rule.
Oh, I could. I may lose my voice and apparently maybe millions of dollars and people may sue me. But I could do a whole show with Ja Rule.
So, is there any other news story you want to cover before we move into the show?
No, I mean just sad news all around. I hope Jeff Hardy gets the help he needs. To be honest,
do you know what? I hope he doesn't jump straight into a wrestling show. I hope he gets help and comes back and finish off his career the right way, not like this. And I know I joked on the top, but that was general. But like the sentiment is go get the help you need. And finish your career the way it is. Don't finish off like this in a sour note.
You don't even have to finish your career. Just finish your life happy.
You got family now. Got kids.
He got money. He got money. Just live your life. Shoot, be free. Be free, Jeff. Leave the wrestling world behind.
So, what show do you want to kick off with?
Let's go with NXT. I feel like that was the more newsworthy show.
Okay, so NXT kicks off hot.
Yep.
Kyle O'Reilly versus Von Wagner.
And
I thought this was a really good way to open up with a steel cage.
It was. And as I've said numerous times, Kyle O'Reilly can do no wrong in the ring. I feel like he carried Von Wagner match he's ever had in his life. And this is the best you're gonna get from Von Wagner, probably. And
Yeah, I don't think there's any better for him.
yeah, I thought it was solid work. As he moved on to being the second biggest heel in NXT.
It was a shitty ending to the match with a low blow, and then his was it a power bomb? I can't really remember.
So whatever he's finished, whatever.
And then Wagner ends with just slamming the cage door on his head.
Yeah, no, he continues to. Doesn't he do a full beatdown as well?
No, so he keeps slamming the door.
Yeah,
and then he just stands in front of the door afterwards, like,
I'm Andre the Giant. Look at you, little man.
So,
but you know what? I thought that was a good way to, help elevate him and his heel persona by taking out a beloved, one of the last beloved member of the second to last. We don't know what counts Roddy, but
how dare you? The foundation. It's the foundation.
He was the what was it? The cardio man. He was something.
They called him the foundation, the blueprint of NXT, all across the show. High praise for Roderick Strong, even though
he's the last one. Yeah,
no one
ever.
any praise.
Roddy will never get his roses. I bet you there's some kid that grew up watching Roderick Strong. It's like, I'm basing my whole career off Roderick Strong, and he was amazing. And he's gonna say it in an interview, and people gonna have to go look back and look at old Roderick Strong videos and be like, wow, he really was a good wrestler. Had zero charisma.
He goes down in the Lance Storm school of thought.
Yep, Lance Storm, your Malenkos. He fits in there. Like, yep, that was a great. He was one of the greats. If only he was taller and could speak words.
So, we do a backstage segment where it's Joe Gacy, who's now turning his attention to 205 Live. And announces Harlan's debut match next week.
Yes.
What are you more amped about, though? What are you more amped about? Harlan? Or the fact that you, this Friday, get to see... I can't remember his name now. Taz's son.
Who? Huh?
Taz's
son. Hook! When that happened, I immediately I started jumping up and down on the couch. I was like, oh, I can't wait. I need to see this. I've been waiting to see this for so long. Oh, my God. So there was a video on Botchamania a while back. And it was the Simpsons video when the mob was fighting the Yakuza on the Simpsons lawn. And then Homer was waiting to see there was one little guy in a white suit. And Homer was like, no, Marge, I can't go back inside. That guy hasn't did anything yet. And you know it's going to be amazing. That's how I feel about Hook. That's how I feel about Hook. He's going to do something amazing. Can't wait for Hook. More than any debut or video package out there. More than the protector Xia Li, who's also making her debut, who's going to protect somebody, I'm assuming. More than Veer, who's already debuted and lost somewhere. Numerous shows. I don't know why they're building this up. But Veer's coming.
They're building disappointment.
Hell, even more than the inevitable Johnny Gargano, Bray Wyatt, Kyle O'Reilly, or whatever AEW gets from WWE's list of cast-offs. I'm looking more toward to this Hook debut on Rampage. If they don't start with Hook debut on Rampage, I may turn the channel.
To what? There's nothing on.
Damn.
So the next up was Bron Breakker. He says he's got respect for Team Black and Gold. Claims that Ciampa and him are now 1-1 because he pinned him at War Games, where he's interrupted by Dynamite. He comes out referring to him as LeBron Breaker. He calls Breaker the real deal and explains that the weight limit has been lifted from the Cruiserweight title, which we'll get onto in a minute. Says Roddy gave Black and Gold the blueprint and he has set his sights on him. He tells Bivens he doesn't care who he has to go through to get to Ciampa, and he accepts the match. Just change the name of the title. Just change the...
You can't say change the name of the title when you have made a mistake in our show right now.
What have I done?
You have crossed the line. You have crossed the line. Today is not November 7th, 2021.
Wow.
Yep.
I make one mistake every 6 months. You make a spelling mistake every time we do. You make a...
Oh, come on, bullshit. I don't... Those are gags. Those are gags. Damn it.
So's this. I want someone to look at this and think they've gone back in time.
Back to when NXT was NXT. Oh. But the Cruiserweight title, gone. Just like that. Spoken out of existence.
Okay, so
what is this title now?
I thought, so let's just jump a little bit ahead to what happened in the parking lot when Bivens ran into the A champion, Carmelo Hayes. I thought it was going to end up them challenging, Roddy and him challenging each other, and then that belt just gets merged, because you can't, I don't think it makes sense to have a mid-tier title that doesn't have a weight limit, because there's already the NXT North American title, which exists in the same time frame. So I thought it was just they were gonna just merge the titles or just call it something else.
Yeah, I think the idea of Joe Gacy's title of the open title invitational, whatever he was calling it,
the inclusive
title.
Yeah.
I was more intrigued by that title than any other title on their show. It would give us something unique that it could be defended against anybody, whether you're on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, man, woman, or Cruiserweight.
Well, I think they see.
Handicap of some kind.
Yeah, I think that I changed it now. I think you shamed me into changing the date. I think it's more what they see with what Jordan Grace is doing with the digital media title. I think if you made an inclusive title like that, I know they don't want to go down the route of men fighting women, because WWE is clearly that company that is a family company, and because they're publicly traded, you don't want to portray men fighting women.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, unless you're Randy Orton, then you can hit a woman.
Well, he did that on pay-per-view.
No, that was on Raw. That was on Raw when he beat up Beth Phoenix.
Oh, yeah.
That was the last Raw before the shutdown.
I was thinking more of when he gave RKO to Nia Jax in a match at the Royal Rumble.
Yep, he's done that too. Man doesn't give a fuck about your laws.
But yeah, the all-inclusive title does seem like it could be fun, but I don't think.
I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think because they're a public traded company, they're gonna do it.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a belt that Carmelo's gonna win and carry on his shoulders, even though it doesn't exist anymore, and just say he's the A champion because he has both belts. Which, I think will help Carmelo, because when they were in that parking lot talking to Bivens, I thought that was the best Carmelo promo.
He felt like a man in that sense. He wasn't really soft spoken. He felt like he was an intimidating factor.
He believed he was the A champion.
Yeah, and then it left Bivens was like, why is it was so damn disrespectful? Oh man, he's the greatest character on NXT for me.
Yeah. He is great. You want to know what he's going to say next. Always. Because you never know. You don't know what direction it's going to go.
If he gets released, I'll be so upset.
I might cry.
If he gets released, I'll be so upset. So
I believe he is valued in this company. Believe it or not, I believe he is valued.
should
As
be.
in, they really tried to make him work with so many different wrestlers already, and that they like we gotta find something. I think Diamond Mine might be it, but then again, I can see him getting caught up and even one day replacing MVP as Bobby Lashley's new voice.
Nah, Bobby Lashley can't have someone that's funny. Bobby Lashley needs to have someone that's got a little edge to them, and that's MVP. MVP, you can't replace MVP for Bobby Lashley because Bobby Lashley needs someone with edge.
I put together a new Hurt Business in my head, and it involved Trick and Mello going up and joining Bobby with MVP.
Trick is a bitch.
Yeah, but you know what? That's the best part. Those are the best features of Trick. Like, they highlight the best feature of Trick all through the show. Is that he's a straight up bitch. And
Let's talk about that now. Let's talk about that now. So, comment page with Trick Williams versus Dexter Lumis. As much as good as this match was, the real story is Trick Williams being a bitch on the outside the whole time. The moment Dexter looked at him, he'd scream or he'd cower in fear.
Yeah. But whenever Mello had the advantage, he was back talking his shit. He was basically, he told me to shut the fuck up. I was quiet, but when he got beat up, I was talking again.
Yeah,
that's basically Trick.
This match was incredible.
This is good. Oh, go ahead.
I didn't like the DQ, but it served its purpose. Purpose, but like, I can see why they consider Mello one of the real deals of this show. Mello and Breaker, they're going somewhere. Both of them are going somewhere.
Well, I like the fact that I think what they like the most about Mello, I haven't read anything, but what I like the most is that he can work with anybody, and this is one of those proofs that it doesn't matter who the wrestler is. Mello knows how to. His style could adjust to that person's style and still put on a good match, and I really like the flexibility. He reminds me of a Black Johnny Gargano.
Do you know what he reminds me of? He actually reminds me of Woods.
Yeah,
Woods. I figure they're about the same height. He's a bit more athletic than Woods, a lot more athletic than Woods, but. The only thing I could see that may push him to the side is that he's not tall, and they may have to put him with an empowering figure, and then he ends up becoming that little man on the side.
Yeah, he's AJ Styles to Omos. He's Shawn Michaels to Diesel.
He's Leo Rush to Bobby Lashley.
MJF to Wardlow.
They're the same.
Oh no, it's clear. They're not the same. Wardlow's tad bigger, but I don't think Wardlow's gonna surpass MJF. He might. Who knows?
So Briggs and Jensen versus the Creed brothers. GYV on commentary. Imperium watching from a platform. Imperium
is that walking meme of the people who think they're better than people. When they're up there on that platform just looking down.
They're the haters. They're Stadler and Waldorf from from the Muppets.
And I'm happy they're getting their respect from the crowd, even though, throughout the match they're chanting the Walter theme, the Imperial theme or whatever, throughout the match. And I'm glad that people are actually recognizing and respecting this team. They've been good, people. They've been good.
Eichner has been killing it every time he's out there. People just think he does that jump to the other rope from across the turnbuckle and does the moonsault. Like, that's a new thing. He's been doing that for years.
Yeah. Just, you guys don't watch it. You guys chose not to watch it. Just like, go ahead.
That was normally followed by a scream when he did it. It was like, ow!
Yeah. Like, these people, like, there's a lot of people who are out there that you go like, oh, I didn't know they could do that and do this. And no, you just didn't watch. You guys all slept on 205 Live. There's a reason Vince hates cruiserweights. 205 Live was a failure. You guys didn't watch him.
I can't get behind these smoking guns. Yes, he may be the son Bull
Bill
Buchanan.
Buchanan. Yeah.
But I can't get behind them. The most interesting
I
thing
don't
about
like
this match, GYV stole the tag rope.
Yes. So
And it
Manny, we're
backfired.
gonna. Yeah. So not only did it backfire, I have to ask you this question. You're a referee in this scenario. You notice that the tag rope isn't there, and that the person isn't holding the tag rope. Do you say, I'm going to let this go, or do I put the match on the hold and say, we have to discover what happened to the tag rope? You can't let this go without someone being able to tag in.
So I thought the moment the tag rope was gone, they just reverted to AEW tag match rules. And then
Yes. Anything goes. Woo!
But if you look, the referee barely glances at that. How did he know there wasn't a tag rope?
Well, you can see it. The tag rope sticks out. If I'm a referee, I have one job to do. Make sure shoulders are to the mat. Or unless they're near a rope where someone can get their foot up and I can't see it because I'm focusing at the crowd when I count. Or watching the tag rope tags. Or hearing this. Although they numerous times they let that go. Whenever a heel tag team goes like that and the other guy just gets in the ring, they let that go all the time. No seeing tag rope. I thought this was ridiculous, but I also laughed and enjoyed it at the same time because I was like, what do they do? There's no tag rope.
You know what was more ridiculous? What happened after this match, where GYV claimed because they only won because of them, and then walking past, the KC Express came chugging through. Chugga 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 chugga. So a win, claiming a win is a win, and offers 2 extra concert tickets, which they accept.
Yeah.
And then Jacket Time.
Don't care where we're going.
Shh, very sensitive operation.
Very good and very racist. He's time impersonation. Oh,
And then it
dead
starts a
on.
brawl, an unnecessary brawl.
Who's
And
the
then-
sleepy person? She's been sleeping in the background for days.
It's Mei Ling.
Yeah,
They
you
changed
guys
up-
are
they
both
changed
said
up-
this.
They changed up Mei Ling's gimmick.
Yeah, she's sleepy now?
Yeah.
Is this the WWE's answer to Orange Cassidy? I
I
hope
think
she's
so.
fire in the ring. I hope she's fire in the ring. She
Well,
goes in
no.
there, she takes a nap and starts the match. As ridiculous as it is. And you keep her at the lower card, you don't have her fight for titles. Okay? Loser drinks coffee match.
So the new date, Duke Hudson. Hudson comes out wearing a wig, making
Yes!
making him look like Logan Paul.
Yes! Manny, payoff!
The best
That's
part
all I
is
want.
him being petty about it, claiming him being shaved bald is fake news, and he's fixed it with this beautiful new head of hair. And then as Grime
Ric
comes
Flair
out,
wig.
he puts on the ear protectors to keep the hair in place.
Yes. This is all I want from a hair versus hair match. This is it. Shit like this of the guy not revealing that he's bald. But later, in their no holds barred match, he's going to get his hair pulled and that's going to lead to a roll up victory for Grimes. Spoiler alert, that's going to happen. That's going to happen. But it will be the payoff. It's not the payoff of I'm in Mexico and the Mexican police are trying to set me up. That's not what I want. I don't want that. I want to see you bald.
Hold on, pause. So when I asked you before we moved to NXT, is there any other story you want to talk about? You didn't lead with this.
That's not a story. I don't know what the fuck's going
The
on.
most ridiculous story I've ever heard in my life.
I don't know. Well, the Mexican police is known to be corrupt, allegedly. I'm not gonna be here and get assassinated by the Mexican police. But they are known to be corrupt and ran by the cartels. So I can believe that story from Jack Evans. But really, Jack, really, why would you tweet that out? Get out of Mexico or something, man. I don't even know what's going on.
Why not? He took it out of the Marty Jannetty playbook to keep himself relevant.
Yeah, and for the record, Tony Khan goes in at least 800 interviews a day. He has an opinion about tons of WWE things. I want to ask him about his product and ask him about one question on his product. What are you going to do about this Jack Evans situation? You supposed to care about your wrestlers. Vince McMahon would never leave one of his wrestlers stranded in Mexico. He would have paid the police off by now, and we would have never heard about this.
What are you talking about? Remember that time he left everyone in Saudi Arabia?
He didn't know they were going to keep him. He didn't know they were going to keep him. He was in his plane. He was gone. He didn't know that they were going to keep him. But he knew they were safe because they had Randy Orton on their plane. You can't kill nobody. You can't kill Randy Orton.
The funniest thing is, my head is, his plane took off like it was an express plane. Like, I'm going bye.
If you're Vince McMahon, Manny, if you had no intention of knowing that they were going to keep him, like he's in the air, you know, on this 16-hour flight or whatever it is, there's no way he knows that they're going to keep his guys. He's like, shit, I should have left him. But then again, go! I want that on Dark Side of the Ring. Not the Saudi trip, but just, I would have preferred Vince McMahon negotiating with Saudi Arabia to get his guys back into America. I know it didn't happen, but I want that to be a whole episode about him pulling the cords, the channel, that they didn't get their crown jewel, and putting everybody through that.
So MSK meet the shaman. It turns out to be Riddle. We waited 5 weeks. No real payoff.
It was. They smoked weed together, allegedly, and cut away. But
yeah.
The only thing I got for this one was I missed Stallion Pete, and he went like this, like Pete Dunne's dead. Which was hilarious to me.
So we get the next match is Toxic Attraction versus Valentina Feroz, the Bird Lady, and Yulisa Leon. Short work for these two. Manny calls them the baddest.
Remember their names.
I only wrote it down because I paused what I was watching.
Was it really that short? I feel like they got a solid match out of this.
It wasn't solid.
It was solid. I enjoyed Bird Lady and them. I enjoyed it. I thought they brought something to the table.
Marcus, I don't care about her. If the feathers are not coming off, I do not care about this woman.
I thought this was JC
massacred.
I thought this was JCJ's best match. And she didn't do much, but you know what? She said, I can deliver. And Gigi said had taped ribs, so that's also a plus for me. If a wrestler has taped ribs, you automatically get a plus for me.
They get the DDP gold star. Then Mandy calls them the baddest bitches in town because they got all the gold. And they were waiting for whoever it is to challenge them. Out comes Cora Jade wearing her big girl pants to challenge Mandy.
She can't skate though.
And then she went, "Shit, you ain't the one, honey. You ain't the one."
And then here comes Raquel with her big ass back. Ugh. Pick some of that at you.
and then it's at the back where Raquel has to remind her, if anyone's getting a title shot, it's me. wait to crush dreams, Raquel. Wait,
yeah, and then Cora's like, would it be? But it'd be cool if I won, though, right? Huh?
Whatever. Get out of here.
Eric brought up a point. Whatever happened to Cora Jade and that dude? I don't even remember who the dude was. He got fired?
Yeah.
Who was it? I don't even remember his name.
I don't know. I wanted to say something Gray, but I don't even think that's true.
Let's go, Gray. Dr. Gray is gone.
Tony D'Angelo is being interviewed in the back. He hypes up that he got Pete Dunne's mouth guard. Andre Chase appears, told him if he listened to his game plan, he would have come out looking like a star instead of water. And he's right. He is 100% right because he did nothing in that match other than have a crowbar for one moment.
Yeah. Tony D'Angelo, my favorite wrestler on NXT 2.0. I just want to state that one more time.
Just out of spite.
Out of pettiness and spite. And I hope he gets more TV time. We have lost Last Legend now. She has not been on TV for a while. And
No, that show got cancelled.
she was replaced by Daddy Girl packages.
Who is her daddy?
My daddy.
Let's call it now. Who's her daddy?
Oh, I hope it's Ric Flair.
I hope it's Regal. I hope it's Regal. I hope it's Regal for some reason. I really hope it's Regal.
You think it's actually going to be a payoff of who the daddy is?
It needs to be. You can't keep claiming your daddy's girl for us not to know who it is.
Maybe it's me. I would go $1 Million Man. I would go that route.
Nah, I don't want $1 Million Man. There wouldn't be a good payoff for that. It needs to be someone either you're not expecting or someone sleazy. like if I told you Vince McMahon was her daddy, we'd go, oh, that's disgusting, but it works.
She starts showing up in the room with Theory. It works. You guys are the future, damn it. You guys are the future. You guys are my real kid. I will start calling you Stephanie and you Shade. The kids always wanted.
You're the kids I really wanted.
The kids I wanted. Look at that. Look at you. Look at the muscles. Look at you with your blonde hair. And I don't really know much else about her. I'm assuming you like all you see is just her images and silhouettes. But she's gonna show up.
Santos Escobar versus Zion Quinn. Electra puts Nux on Quinn's hand, despite distracting him enough for Santos to get the win. Really good match. And Quinn got to show off a little bit more than he normally does.
That's the key to having some of these veterans on when you had Kyle O'Reilly and Santos and stuff like that. You get to really help these young guys have good matches and build them up some. And I thought that's what Santos did here. I thought the Hurricane Rana off the top rope was really good. Although Zion Quinn, I feel like landed hard on his arm. Oh, is Electra with Zion or against Zion? What do you think?
I think she's trying to take over Legado Delta Fantasma completely. It seems like there's a power struggle, and I feel like Santos is going to be kicked out.
Santos, you're too old to be in the group. I'm sorry, you're too old. You're 30-something. You're out. You're out. Damn it. Another one.
And then the highlight of the night. Ooh. It ain't Johnny Gargano.
Oh, I thought we were there.
No, it's Boa calling his shot.
You don't know who he fucking with. That's what this promo.
Idris Inoue. Once I become accustomed to my powers, impending doom awaits you. This is the real Doomsday. This is the real Doomsday. This is the real Karrion Kross we're getting. Chinese Karrion Kross.
That's what I've always wanted. Chinese Karrion Kross. Oh.
I'm a little bit sad the face paint isn't done well enough anymore. The face paint's too white.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. Let him have it. Let him have everything. Give him all your gimmicks. Oh. At the end of the day, just thought this promo was simple. It could have been said in 2 words. Idris Inoue, you don't know who you're fucking with. This is Boa, son. This is Boa. This is Boa. You don't understand. You're fucking with Boa.
I like how we left out Sikoa. Like, I don't know you, Sikoa.
Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want them problems. I don't need the tribal chief coming down here.
And then obviously Johnny Gargano addresses his future. And it's always sad when we get these types of goodbyes. I think the last time I felt like this, it was Edge when he was saying his goodbye.
Yeah. Daniel Bryant's.
Daniel Bryan's one was sad.
Yeah. Even Roman for his, leukemia was like, oh, that just hit. Like, it was out of nowhere. That was sad. Mark Henry's goodbye that turned to great.
The Roman Reigns one was really sad because I remember getting a tattoo the next day and my tattoo artist asking, what happened to that guy? It's all over my Instagram. Is he dying? I was like, his leukemia came back and like, he's had to quit what he wants. Quit is what he's doing. But then it was like, oh, that's really sad. As he tattooed the luchador mask on a skull.
That's sad. Hey, he was the champion of the world. I can't wait for you to get your next tattoo. So what happened to that guy? He didn't want to go to rehab. It's Jeff Hardy. It's Jeff Hardy being Jeff. It's Jeff being Jeff. Next time you get another tattoo.
I got a tattoo of me going like that.
Then you get your next tattoo. Just back. He's back. He's in WWE again. He's back. He's healthy again.
So Johnny
Grayson
states
Waller.
he doesn't know.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, he states he doesn't know what the future holds. States change is scary, but sometimes it needs to happen. And then he gives the best advice, which I will always tell people: if you never fail if you bet on yourself. I mean, take risks, calculated risks. Don't take risks that are gonna hit you financially.
Yeah, that's no, hold on. That's only stuff successful people say. There's someone that said there's someone out there for everybody that says bet on yourself. There's someone out there that bet on themselves and fell really fucking hard.
I bet on myself.
And it worked out, and it's good for you.
Out.
But I'm sure there's someone out there, Manny, who went and said, "I'm betting on myself. I believe in myself. I'm 100% going into this." And then you see their work, and you go like, "That's trash." Damn it! Fuck. I mean, I would hope more people would bet on themselves and bring their own originality and take and do what makes them happy. But I also agree that there are people who fail when they bet on themselves. Those people,
there is. But I don't think they planned it out though when they bet.
Yeah. Those people
have a
don't
thorough
really.
plan and then have a backup plan as well. When people say bet on yourself, when I say bet on yourself, don't put all your eggs in one basket. At least have a backup plan in case things fuck up.
You don't just have one bet.
In case things don't go your way.
As Levi said, Dennis Schroeder, who the Clippers whooped up last night. Boston Bear never come to LA again because they got whooped up by the Lakers and Clippers. Clippers without Paul George. That's embarrassing.
And then earlier in the night, Waller loses out a girl to LA Knight. And he said, "Look at them views." And he's like, I'm gonna get something that gets all the views. And then he beats up Johnny Gargano and then throws him into stairs with a chair attached to him and then puts him through a table. And then we say goodbye to Johnny Gargano as the cameras go off there.
And at that moment, Grayson Waller became the biggest heel in NXT.
I
number
hate
2.
him.
I know he's good. I feel like I like him. I like him. I think that he does have that hateability to him.
The thing
and
is,
everything he did, and you had to hate him, and you and Eric both naturally hate him. And I'm like, I think he's doing a good work as a heel. I think he's really hateable.
Yeah, because at first, like when he was a face, and you're doing all that stuff with LA Knight, there was still a bit of like, I don't like you for some reason. I don't like you. There's something that doesn't stick
didn't
right
work
with me. But then, moment he started being heelish, when he cut that promo about not paying your dues and stuff like that, I was like, that rubbed me the wrong way. I'm not even a wrestler. That rubbed me the wrong way.
I feel like he's Miz-like. He's Miz-like, not Miz, but Miz-like. And I think that WWE or Shawn Michaels or whoever's running NXT these days saw like that promo he cut as a base. It was like, damn, he came like just like you, Eric. He came off really unlikable. Let's just make him unlikable. And it worked. And I thought him taking out Gargano was the perfect choice.
Someone posted a mid-card mess about what Shawn Michaels said to Mello. And he said, like, I'm not here to make people like you. I'm here to make you the best you can be, or something along those lines.
Yeah, something like that along those lines. And it's like, it's a good quote. That's good.
That's a good quote because you don't need to be liked by the people as long as you're memorable.
Yep. That was NXT. I'm going to say this is the best wrestling show I've seen all week. And I know you may have Raw was pretty good too, but I feel like this was the total package. This is why I watch a wrestling show. Was for shit like this episode of NXT.
It wasn't for me. It wasn't necessarily about the wrestling on this show.
No,
it was more about the development. Yeah, the character development. You saw a different side because like even just a current example we have of Waller. We didn't like him. He didn't have the likability. Then he did that, and then he became dastardly. I was like, "Fuck you, man."
Yeah. And I know that crowd doesn't like Cora Chase. Cora Chase? Am I missing
Cora
her name?
Jade.
Cora Jade. I don't know why I couldn't remember her name, but I think she's gonna become a fan favorite, and she's the next Liv Morgan of the company.
No, I think she's very, very similar to Dakota Kai. I'd be concerned if I was Dakota Kai.
What's
Because
Dakota
they-
Kai got to be?
because they clearly want to strap the Rocket to Cora Jade and push her up the card. I feel
Yeah.
like Dakota Kai is kind of just there as that veteran, while like much like how Candice was used. So like at
Yeah.
any point someone oversteps her, that can Dakota could be released. And
Well,
I'd be
Dakota's
more
gonna-
concerned.
Dakota's going to be the Santos Escobar, your Pete Dunne, and Roderick Strong
Yeah.
for the women though. Like that base of like I'm going to be the one to help these younger talents, less experienced talents get over and give them solid matches. That's what I feel.
Yeah.
She's in the natty role. The natty role, as I like to call it.
The
It's not the
60
best
a day.
role in the world.
60,
not the best
60
role.
cigarettes a day. And you-
But somebody got to do it.
Okay, let's go over to
I
AEW.
imagine Daddy in the back of the cigar. Time to do a job tonight. All right.
She sits like a man with her balls hanging low. let them hang, sipping whiskey.
Have you ever watched 18, Manny? The original?
18.
The
18.
18.
Yeah.
She reminds me of Hannibal. That's what I get from Natty. I love it when a plan comes together.
Oh, that's a terrible breakdown of Nay, but I mean, her and sister.
Well, he was a genius. He was a genius.
She
He
ain't
was
a genius.
He's a genius. But the bigger stars are all around her. Everybody loved Face or Mr. T and Murdoch a lot more than they cared about Hannibal.
Okay,
Just
let's
saying.
get into
But
AEW.
he got them all to work.
AEW kicks off with, at least we thought was MJF. We thought
Yeah.
MJF was coming out, but it was CM Punk. And then CM Punk is really healing it up in Long Island, New York.
He was hitting it up for those people. And he was, I enjoy when shit turns it. Like, this was always when Brett goes to Canada, shit like
Yeah,
that. And he got to be a face when he was the heel Brett. When heel Brett went to Canada, he was like this hero or whatnot. I enjoy hometown heel heroes. I enjoy that more than I enjoy the face heroes because you're in this weird. Because we're in Bizarro world tonight, as WWE would always say. It's like these people are evil, and that's what I got from the Long Island fan base. And CM Punk was trying to take them down by talking about the Islanders, which no one watches hockey. No, not enough. CM Punk, but when he started talking about, I thought it was a clever line when he said, the analogy of, I hated Dennis Rodman when he was in Detroit, and then when he came to the Bulls, he was one of us. He was our worm, and you are their worm. And I was like, what a clever way to get there. To call him a worm.
He also states that he's got his eyes on the AEW title match and suggests that him and MJF should settle this. And the possible number one contenders match?
Yeah, he never got confirmed from TK. But he was like, people keep distracting me from going to the title, but I do want the title. I keep getting these distractions, so we're number one contenders, man. TK did not confirm or deny that this was going to happen, but I'm for it.
And then the Diamond Ring Battle Royal, the most stupidest thing in AEW. One of the
Okay.
most stupidest things.
Can we pause and say, I feel like this show was poorly put together, poorly formatted. And I don't think the Battle Royal should have happened right after the CM Punk promo. I feel like you build up to MJF return to Long Island later in the show. Because he was
It's just in
done.
the middle
The
of the
whole
show.
yeah, the whole show was built around MJF comes home to Long Island. And then they had CM Punk run down the town. You have MJF video package before the Battle Royal about, how great he is and all that shit. And, well done. And then you have the Battle Royal and it's like, oh, that's it. That's the end of the show, kind of. And
Well,
this
they
Battle
also
Royal
had
shit.
another. They also had another hometown hero, it was John Silver, in the main event. So, but
Yeah,
they
but
didn't hype
that's
that
not-
up nearly enough.
Yeah.
MJF gets a hero welcome. He hides behind Wardlow for the majority of this match while attacking people and then hiding behind him again, but then eliminating Wardlow during the thing. I kind of want to see Hobbs versus Wardlow because them big men bumping meat got me excited.
They stared at each other. And you were like, oh, I need to see it. Didn't we? I feel like we got this in like the Moxley feud or something, didn't we?
Probably.
I feel like the
Probably.
Moxley kind of like somewhere in there. I feel like we got a Wardlow Hobbs
I think we
match.
did, but I don't think Hobbs was that good at that point.
I think they're probably better now, but yeah, I agree. I still wasn't like it's always in a battle royal. You always care about the two big. Like I don't know what it is. The stare down between the two biggest people in the battle royal always gets me to react. I don't care if it's Tamia and Nia Jax. It gets me to react. I go,
Shaq with a big
oh, yeah,
Shaq with a
oh,
big shirt.
look at them. Can they coexist? They're two monsters in the ring. Or Billy Gunn staring down whoever he's staring down his height.
And then Dante Martin removes the Team Taz armband and eliminates Ricky Starks, and we have Dante Martin and MJF next week. Can you explain why? Can we explain why Dante Martin even had a heel turn to join Team Taz? Because I don't understand this. And then Taz was furious for the rest of the night, saying Dante Martin signed the contract.
Yeah, so does that mean he's still a part of Team Taz? If he signed the contract?
Yeah, you sign your life away unless there's some.
Yeah.
It's not like he did that under duress. He wasn't forced to sign that contract.
Hey, Taz still getting 35% of the money right there. So whatever he said he was getting. So you fucked up with this clever ruse of, I believe they're going to go with, I saw that Team Taz has a number advantage. If I work with Team Taz and they shielded me to the end and I can eliminate just one, I could win the match. Which would make sense for me. But I would never sign a contract.
Yeah.
Leo Rush was a non-factor in this match, and Jay Lethal also non-factor in this match. Jay Lethal, I feel like, should be a warning to all Ring of Honor wrestlers when they come to AEW. And I'm not even talking about the black ones. Just saying Jay Lethal is a Ring of Honor wrestler. Debuted, bought Sammy Guevara, disappeared for about 3 weeks, sold in a random battle royal, eliminated second after Lee Moriarty. Wow. Or third. I think he may have been third. I think there was a Seidel elimination that they didn't bring up. But just eliminated as like a non-character or factor. And I feel like that was a bit disrespectful. Like, that was the first thing that popped in my head. I feel like this was a WWE Battle Royal, and a Jeff Hardy would have got eliminated second before, he got released and everything's going on with his life. The world would be outraged. Or if this was Finn Balor showing up, hey, I'm on the main roster again. Get out of the ring, Finn. And you're eliminated by Matt Hardy? Matt fucking Hardy? Terrible.
And then MJF is toying with the do I go back and help
I love
Dante
that.
Martin. He eventually runs back and then he beats up Dante Martin with Ricky
Yes.
Starks. And then CM Punk comes out and then ruins the night.
Yeah. Ruined some heel work. I thought MJF was gonna go full babyface. I don't know how much we said in the beginning that he came out in his Letterman's jacket.
Yeah.
He was basically playing the role of Cody as he was walking to the ring. It's like, come on, give me more. Woo! CM Punk diving in the crowd. He was really loving it up as a babyface. And then at the end when he was making the save, I was like, don't do it. Don't make the save. Don't go full face.
They said he was a linebacker, but he doesn't seem big enough at any point to have been a linebacker.
High school linebackers, man, they play both. You play defense and offense back in high school, so you didn't have to be big. You just got ran over. It didn't matter. You didn't have to be good in high school. You just had to be a body at some point. Like, we suck, guys. We just need a body to fill this 10th position, okay, or 11th position. We need somebody to fill it, and. When he didn't make the save and just continued to beat up on Dante Martin, I died laughing. This is what you get. This is what you get. Turn on Team Taz. Fuck you.
So the next match, I don't even understand why it happened. The Varsity Blondes, Jurassic Express versus 2.0 and the Acclaimed. It was good, but I expect this from an indie show, not a TV show.
For episodic television, it was horrible. It seems like we're going nowhere in the story development, character development. Nothing happened. It was a match to fill. It felt like, dare I say, 3rd hour Raw filler.
No, what was worse is the fact that Eddie Kingston came out during the match to throw Daniel Garcia into the ring.
Yep.
So fair enough. But then Garcia attacks Eddie Kingston and Ortiz in the back, which is gonna lead to Pride and Powerful and Eddie Kingston versus these 2.0 and Danny Garcia, and it's just like, why?
Yeah, another 6-man tag coming away. But I never understood why Eddie Kingston brought the camera to the back in the first place. He's like, come with me. I thought he was going to show somebody beat up, but then he just got attacked. There was no reason to do that. No reason to bring the camera in the back with him. I mean, couldn't we have just cut to the back? Why did he bring that one cameraman? Like, hey man, there's other people, man.
Why not? And then we get the Young Bucks versus Chuck Taylor and Rocky Romero. The match was really good. It was a good watch. And then
Chuck Taylor is fatter than Eddie Kingston, and he has to wear a wife beater. I hate Chuck Taylor, and I'm giving it 0 stars because he's involved.
And then Trent and Sue have returned. Trent is looking like John Moxley, looking like Miro, looking like the Blade. He can't decide which look he's going for.
Yeah. It looks like he lost a hair versus hair match. I don't know where he was doing his off time, but he lost all his hair. I don't know why he chose this look. I mean, there's too many people in the company already with this look. And I'm just talking about his company alone. He slimmed up a little bit. Looks like he's in fantastic shape. And I wish he abandoned the best friends. Just abandon them. They're lost. Will Yuta's a joke. Orange Cassidy a joke. Statlander's a joke.
Don't you dare talk about Statlander like that.
She is a joke. She is a joke. Stop being an alien. Just like he needs to stop being. This story needs to stop being a damn dinosaur. He needs to stop being an alien. There's no room for you on this show. There's no room. These gimmicks belong on NXT 2.0 or something. Not in an AEW where there's real wrestlers and real name and apparently real snakes. When Bryan Danielson is killing people in their hometown, these gimmicks need to go.
Sammy Guevara comes up before he can even speak. Cody interrupts him and says at Christmas he will be defending his TNT championship against Cody. And then Ethan Page in the crowd is irate, saying that he has to jump through hoops to get his title match, and they both state that Dan Lambert is coming back
next week. Yeah,
the savior.
Can I Ethan Page, I thought his promo was fine. Him and the Raptors, as they're playing the old guys from the Muppets. Their view. But Scorpio Sky and his promos, everything about him seems like he's ripping off Jinder Mahal for whatever reason. like I feel like he echoes Jinder Mahal, and I'm going like, this is what Jinder Mahal would say. This is his mannerisms. That's his beard. That's his skin color. Everything about him and Jinder are identical. And I'm not saying that rip off one or the other. I'm just saying, huh?
Jinder
is more ripped. He is more ripped and more physically imposing. But just the promo delivery, the script, and everything that he says was like, I can see Jinder Mahal standing there saying the exact same thing, doing the exact same thing. Whether it's good or bad or whether you like it. I feel like they're on the same page on how they're going to deliver their promos.
You're in a dark
alley. Same
alley.
cadence.
You're in a dark alley. Who would you rather? Who would you be more afraid of in that dark alley? Jinder Mahal or Scorpio Sky?
Jinder.
I think I could take Scorpio Sky. I think I could trade Pokemon cards with Scorpio Sky and he'd leave me alone.
I'll play a Blue Eyes White Dragon on his ass. So face down. I get him. No, I feel like both can whoop my ass personally, but I would be afraid of Jinder and his veniness and just. I feel like he would pull out a sword or something, or a gun. Oh shit, he got a gun. Jinder has a gun.
We get Jamie Hayter versus Riho. I've never heard so much silence for one of those big time wrestling markets.
I feel like that's an oxymoron, but a play on words. I have never heard so little silence.
I wrote it down like that as well. I don't know what
I haven't heard some silence.
It was so quiet.
It was scary. I was on the edge of my seat going, Rio, this is the match Rio dies because Jamie Hayter is trash. Jamie Hayter is trash.
I reckon if we were in attendance, it was so quiet you'd probably hear me and you talking about how trash this match was. Jamie
You know,
Hayter.
in the Gargano promo where he was like, I thought I was some chunky kid. That guy was like, I'm chunky too. I felt like that's what would have happened. In a random conversation during this match when two guys were talking about their weight. Talking about, I'm chunky too. Why did I hear that? It's so quiet in here.
It was so quiet, and you think, oh, it's New York. They gotta be loud. But no matter where they are in New York, they're always loud. They always make noise. This was silent.
No. The Long Island crowd is normally notoriously quiet. The Nassau Coliseum, Long Island, and stuff like that. But yeah, this was silence. This was like I was watching a rendition of Silent Night. the song.
They were wrestling in the library.
Yeah. It's like, or Ikemen Jiro came out and was like, but so Jamie Hayter drops Riho.
Riho nearly died
several times. Jamie Hayter needs to retire as a wrestler. There's one thing, I know that people run on Nia Jax for anything, but at least Nia Jax got one thing correct. She can at least change her uniform and tights. At least she had that. Jamie Hayter has worn her Rey Mysterio outfit way too many times. Way too many. That she needs new ring gear. That's what.
They said Riho was crying at the end of this match. Because I would be crying too if I nearly died in this match.
She had a concussion. Yeah, she had a concussion. Clearly, Riho dropped her on her head. I mean, not Riho. Hayter dropped her from the jump. She did that backbreaker that landed on Rio's back of her head, and then she did, I think, a suplex, and Rio landed, I think, head first, and even the announcers went, "Oh shit!" Like, it was several times, and I believe Rio may have suffered a concussion from this shit, and I don't believe Jamie Hayter is safe to be in the ring with, and I think they need to abandon her right now. Just abandon ship. And also, I need to be the only one that's not pointing out Britt Baker no longer cuts live promos. She only cuts them in the back with Tony Schiavone, and it's bullshit, and I think she needs to cut a live promo, otherwise she is not elite. She should be on the level of talking discussions of elite female
But Marcus, they announced something.
Oh, what they announced?
Which supersedes anything the DMD does. It's Serena Deeb versus Shida next week, Marcus.
Yes! One more time! One more again! I don't care. Serena Deeb may have took the moniker of the woman of 1,000 holds from Dee Malika, but I could go with the woman of 1,000 matches with Shida as the new moniker for her, because I need this, and I need it to end, and I need them to continue to fight each other. Not end, but I need this to progress. This is the only feud, and I'm going to say this as a fact, in AEW that I am emotionally attached to, because it's a feud that's been going on for a long period of time, and it seems to escalate and escalate. It is old school pro wrestling, and yes, you may say, oh, it's a rematch, they keep doing rematches, and WWE, they just like they doing rematches. Shut the fuck up. This is good shit. This is good TV. This is Bret Hart.
Is it too early to say this is match of the week next week?
Yes. It's not. It's not. I'm already running out of stars. I'm already running out of stars to give, all right? There's more stars in this match than there are in the fucking galaxy. That's what I'm saying right now.
So we get Brian. Oh, wait, no, wait. We didn't get Bryan Danielson yet. We got the Varsity Blondes, and they meet Malachi Black.
By the way, this is the response I had to this interview right here. This is the response I had to this interview. When they said, we're going to interview the Varsity Blondes. No. I was like, really? What is going to get interrupted? But my question was, but who? Who is going to interrupt him? But his response is the response I had. I'm spitting on these fools and everything they about. And their response was terrible to Julia Hart getting spit on, to let's just check on her. Instead of, someone should have ran at him.
They don't want none of that smoke.
I can see Get Him Garrison saying that's your bitch. To Pillman Jr. when he was checking on her. Nah, man, that's your bitch, your problems, man. That's not what I'm about. I
like
want these problems.
I like my two eyes. I'd rather live. I like seeing with both eyes.
Yeah, I don't need that black shit spit in my face. This man's crazy. He smells funny too.
Marcus, I like going to the optician and going like when I go like this. I like knowing that. I like knowing that I will be able to see when I go like this.
Hey, all right. We've talked about the optometrist and the checking the eyes things, right? Do you think an optometrist has ever messed up with somebody with one eye and say, "All right, cover your right eye"? All right, that was good. That was good. Now cover your left.
No, I think.
Fuck! I was just in the rhythm. I was just in the rhythm. I am so sorry. I am so sorry, Slick.
Marcus, do you ever think when they put the thing on them, put the thing on them like this, and then which one's clearer? One or two?
Oh, fuck that. Yeah, I feel like there's some bad optometrists out there that fucked up like that. Like, shit.
So we do
Going
get
to
to
the
Brian.
most optometrists. God damn it.
We'd be the worst optometrists.
Oh, I feel like I'd be a great one. I should have been an optometrist. I really should have.
It's funny.
I didn't even.
Call them
Oh,
optometrists. We call them opticians.
that sounds like options. Man, you're an option. You're an optician.
And I keep picking up American words. I don't like this.
Don't worry, it's okay. You took piracy away from me in privacy. You guys got me saying that. And instead of controversy, it's controversy. That's what you say, right? Controversy instead of controversy.
I say controversy, but
Oh.
I watch too much American stuff anyway. So
Damn, you sold out, man. No, so I didn't even tell you my story at the optometrist yesterday, huh?
no.
Yeah,
Let's
'cause you
finish
would
the
have.
show and
It
we'll
was
end it.
yesterday.
Let's finish
Okay.
the show and then we'll end with your story
Okay.
from the. So Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson, however you want to call him, knocks out Johnny Hungy, and then decides, "I promised to you that I'd kick his head in." So he starts to repeatedly kick his head in with the weakest kicks I've ever seen in my life that Daniel Bryan's done.
Well, the man was already dead. He was already dead. He already gave a pile driver to the neck.
And then Hangman makes a save, but I thought there was a rule.
Yep.
Was there not a rule that they couldn't touch
They
each
did.
other?
They made that rule up last week, and then they forgot about it again this week.
And then Hangman states he's going to stomp the Hangman shit out of him. And then end of Dynamite.
So here's what I didn't understand. When they first came out, they were all beat up, and they were supporting Johnny Hungy and everything, and he was coming out, and I was like, oh, they finally got the win, that this motherfucker's gonna kill this man in this match, and we should stay at ringside and wait till the end of the match to get, to make the save. Instead, no, they let him pile driver and kill him, and then the man gives a speech about how he's going to kick a man's head in. Like 2 minute speech about.
He lists the amount of people he's killed already.
Yeah.
Kicked his head in. Kicked his head. Oh, Johnny Hung. Oh, I haven't done it yet.
I haven't did it yet, but I'm a man of my word, so I'm about to kick his head in. And then he starts doing it, and then Hangman Page comes and makes the save. But it took them, I feel like they have a same problem in AEW, in which Trent had a chance, because every post-match at AEW, there's always a fight. There's a brawl of some kind. And I believe we brought them all up. But in Trent's comeback, his boys are being beaten the fuck out. They're getting worn out. Getting worn out and about to be publicly executed in the ring. Instead, he gets best friend's entrance music, pulls up slowly in his mom's car, gets out car, kisses mom on cheek, as I'm dying in the ring waiting for him to save. A run and save means you need to run and save me. No elaborate entrance. How did he know we were getting attacked at this moment? Jesus Christ. I hated that shit so much. I was like, save people. Save people. I feel like at the middle of this, I don't know if you've seen the show Smallville. I wanted to yell, somebody save me. That's how much these people are getting beat up because no one's got time to make the saves.
I mean, I enjoyed AEW to a point, and then it started becoming ridiculous to me. And then this week, anyway, because last week I think Rampage was the better show for wrestling in general.
Rampage Brown was the better show.
Nah, Rampage reports are with you, Rampage.
Oh, she'll never jinx that man. Talking about we're gonna cover the life of Rampage Brown instead of
No, I
Rampage.
knew he was in. I knew he was injured from like 3 weeks ago.
I didn't know.
Because I wanted to go to that taping.
Damn it. The life of Rampage Brown was covered and ended.
Oh,
I thought Dynamite was trash. I thought they I think it would have been a better show if it was formatted differently though. If the booking didn't go so top heavy and
I don't think the
stuff
booking
out.
would have saved it. I think so. I can't remember who said it. They said a comment last night. I was still awake. They were talking about they didn't like the Battle Royal, and the only thing that's coming out of it is that they want to see Hobbs and Wardlow. And I was like, these guys could be stars in their own merit, but they're trapped in these faction wars.
Yep.
Where it's almost like factions are cool if they serve a purpose, but because they're not really serving a purpose, these guys are being held back. Like everyone in the inner circle are being held back by Jericho. Everyone that's attached to Matt Hardy, anyone that's attached to Taz, anyone that's attached to MJF seem to get left behind and stuck behind a wall because there's no room to go any further because they don't want to break these teams up either.
Yeah, and it's not helping them. It's not helping them, and basically it seems like all these teams are together to do post-match shenanigan fights and brawls. That's all these teams are together for. Or to do 8-man tag matches of some kind. And I don't want that. I would rather have some single matches with some individual story and characters. Because I don't know what Hobbs and Wardlow are about. They keep teasing Wardlow and MJF turn, but it's never happening. Pinnacle is not a thing. The family, the factory, or whatever they call themselves, not a thing. Just all these groups and nothing really covered from. Just to make saves after matches. And do 8-man tag matches on a daily basis.
Yeah, and I feel like they try and force people onto the show as well by doing this as well, when you don't necessarily need to. Like, I don't need to see a run-in. I don't need to see 10 people additional onto the show when they don't need to be there. Why are you giving people an additional payday?
Yeah. And then the run-ins at the end of the match are stupid because why don't you just wait at ringside? There's no rule against it.
Yeah.
It's just, let's wait at ringside because apparently this seems to be a habit of post-match fight. Just in the segment.
Yeah.
And let somebody get an interview without being interrupted.
Yeah.
Jeez. For once.
I mean that also happens in WWE, the interruptions, but...
Yeah, but you do get the real interviews. Like that one Shotzi one, she got a full interview. You haven't seen her since, but she got a full interview. Sasha, Becky Lynch this week, before she fought Liv Morgan, full interview. No interruption. Just, every now and then let them talk.
Yeah. So let's get out of AEW and let's talk about your trip to the optician or optometrist.
All right, so it's a short story. So I'm just going to go pick up my glasses. Previously in the optometrist trip, I got an eye exam. That was like 2 weeks or something ago. But anyway, so I'm going there to pick up my glasses, like normal day. And I go in there, and then there's 2 people on guitars on both ends of the doors.
What?
As I'm entering, yeah. And they're playing, and they're singing some type of Christmas / God song about God. And they're singing, and I walk in, I look to my left, I look to my right, and then I look to the front of the people at the desk, and they're looking confused, and I step out of their way, and I turn around, and I look at them. They say, they stop, they finish their song, they stop, they say, thank you, God bless, and walk out. And then I turn around, and I go, I'm here to pick up my glasses, and then we have no idea what the fuck that was about. They didn't say fuck, but they had this confused look and they said, we don't know what that was about. And that was it. And you just hear it going on. That was interesting. No one asked for this. And what? Why did that happen? It was just so much confusion of why this was happening. But it felt like I had an entrance music and a live band coming to me as I entered the optometrist.
Well, the fact that you described them on two opposite ends of a room felt like it was going to be a guitar duel.
Yes! It was just weird. And they said, thank you, God bless. And I'm looking around going like, there's no one in here, but, I'm just picking up glasses and there's, the people who work here. And, all right then. All righty.
So
I feel like I walked in onto them having like a secret party that they weren't supposed to have. You left the door locked?
This is our Christmas party. What are you doing?
I feel like they even looked at each other. We know how I walked in, looked to both sides. It was like, okay, like did we keep playing? This guy walked in. Keep playing, man. Keep playing. You spread the word of God.
That's your entrance music, gospel music.
Apparently, if I wrestled
Christian rock.
if I wrestled WWE, that might be my gimmick. Man, I see gospel singer, I see priest, I see preacher out of you.
With a name like the grand finale, I think he would go down preacher.
Yeah. Hallelujah! The grand finale is upon us.
So Marcus, can you play an organ?
Vince, I've never really been to church. Not for me, damn it, he said it.
Keep him off TV for 10 weeks. Send him to church every day.
Keep him off TV 10 weeks. Create the video packages. Create a list of video packages. And I'm like, why do I have this job? And then I'm about to the week I make my debut, I get released. What was all this about? I'm never gonna get like those 20 weeks back of my life.
At least you got paid.
Yeah. And I will always say former WWE employee on every indie show and my next AEW contract.
Virgil. You'd have never was. You would have never was.
Debut.
It's still coming, man. It's still in the works. No, you were
check out video packages.
You were very publicly released. No. That's all kayfabe.
Yeah. I got a tell-all book coming out. I got some shoot interviews. Wait till you hear what I have to say about Vince McMahon. And I got a cameo. Yes, I do cameos and shit. And I'm booked with Mario Jannetty in Cincinnati in a tag match against Jerry the King Lawler and Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
And we should end it there. Oh, shout out to Hacksaw Jim Duggan being cancer free.
Oh yes, yeah, I even think about that. Yes, he is. I remember reading that. Yeah,
he defeated cancer twice. Oh, I'm not
USA. Oh, wait a minute, you never got behind the Hacksaw Jim Duggan USA chants. Tough guy.
No, I never. No. I booed him when he did it.
In the UK, Hacksaw Jim Duggan is a heel character. In America, the most loved man ever.
In Canada, hated again.
Mexico hated. He's hated everywhere.
These boisterous
and
Americans.
Even America doesn't like him. Even Americans didn't like him. They just did it.
These boisterous Americans just telling us to chant USA. How dare they? So, that's the end of
what
today's
was his
show.
Gimmick?
Just to chant USA and walk around with a fucking 2x4.
Oh, tough guy.
If you haven't liked the video, subscribe if you haven't. Watch us on Saturday with the hater, Eric, as we form together once again to become the Sharpshooters Wrestling Podcast.
If we were a thing, we would be like the Voltron thing, but just pure hate and shit talking. These like the monsters be like, these motherfuckers. I
feel like it's more hateful on a Saturday. Like it's more like a what Catholics call it, confession. Like you get to repent of all the hate get out of you, and then you can go about your day for the next 3 days like hate free because it's all out of you.
I know we don't have the budget, but I think we should do a Power Ranger entrance to start the show. Just pure hate. Petty.
Hate.
And it has to be one more, and I don't even know what it is.
Jealousy.
Jealousy and Eastern 4. Go. The Rangers. The Hater Rangers.
No, guys.
Oh no, Petty Rangers.
Petty Rangers sound good.
Go Petty Rangers. Go Petty Rangers. You motherfuckers. You ain't shit, you know.
Who would be the Zordon to that? You gotta be a real hater. Like the ultimate hater has to be the Zordon for that.
I'm gonna say it, but I don't want to say his name too loud.
Who?
Mike.
Can you really name a man that's been defeated?
Oh man.
Oh,
Shit.
and we'll be back Saturday.
Yeah, peace out.
I can't believe you said his name.
Huh?
I can't believe you said his name.
I didn't want to give him the power. I said it just my word. Wait. And then you didn't hear it. I was like, fuck it. Mike.
We're still live, by the way.
Ah!